So in this video, we are going to be looking at similarity. And basically what this means is two shapes, we're going to be using triangles, are similar, they look the same, but there are some small differences about them. So let's jump right in and see how we go. So for the purpose of this video, one of the first key factors we need to know is how we're actually going to identify a triangle. So let's just do a quick triangle here. Trying to do a right angle triangle. It's okay if it's not, but ultimately we've just got a triangle there. Let's put our right angle in there. Everything is just very kind of rough at the moment, but the accuracy is not really important. What is important though is that we identify that these points here are our vertices, okay? And we're going to label them quite simply A, B, and C. Now, when we name this triangle, and we're writing it down for our readers, we need to be very clear that we're talking about a triangle. And very simply, we're just going to draw a triangle and say triangle, and then we're going to list our vertices. So I'm going to say triangle A, B, C. Now this tells us in these four different images something very critical. Okay, what it does to start with is it's basically saying when we see this shape over here, this means we are looking at a triangle. And what that does, it starts to cue our minds to understanding or recalling some of those special features of a triangle. Firstly, we know that triangles have three sides. We know that triangles have three angles. And we also know that those internal angles, those three internal angles, must equal 180 degrees. So we know this about triangles, and it doesn't matter which triangle it is, doesn't matter what shape it is, how long or how long the sides are, it is going to have these three features. The next thing we need to look at is the fact that we have named them A, B, C. So we've got all our vertices labeled here. And what this is telling the reader is that it's actually been grouped. What we're doing is line AB is this line here. It's telling us the track that we're taking around that triangle, and it's broken up like this. Our next line being BC is this line here. Okay, and because we're looking at a triangle, we know it's got three sides. So the first and the last letters, because we see that just before it, it's a closed polygon, point A and point C actually meet up as well. Sorry, let me just neaten that up a little bit. There we go. So this is the route that we are taking around the triangle from A to B to C and then back. It's really important that we understand this. Now, we could write this out another way where we're literally just listing all the lines. So we're going to say line A, B. We're also saying line B, C. And finally, because we know that the C joins in with the A right at the end, we're also saying line C, A. Now, as you can see, we've actually repeated ourselves a couple of times there. And so in order to shorten this, we can actually get rid of, this, and we can get rid of this, and we're just left with A, B, C. And because we know that we want that, essentially that marble to follow that track and go back to the start, we're going to tell the reader right at the start that we are looking at a closed shape, and they're going to assume that we're going A, B, C. Okay, if you have any questions about this, please write them down. Ask me in class if there was anything about this that was confusing, because this is going to build on our other similarity properties later on.